It's 8 a.m. and the owner of the apartment has agreed to bring us snorkeling. So we are excited and ready to go. Almost.
So there's meant to be loads of different fish here, but particularly a lot of sea turtles and reef sharks. So I'm really excited. Hopefully we get to see some.
Our new friends.
After a lovely cup of tea with our host family, we set off towards the beach. It was just a short stroll through the village, and before we knew it, we had our snorkeling gear in hand and were heading straight into the water. Even before we had our goggles on, we could already see fish swimming around our feet, so we knew we were in for a treat. So it's time to gear up and dive in. As we left the shallow swimming area and ventured out a little further, the fish became more colourful and exotic. Since it's off season, the visibility wasn't perfect, but we were honestly just thrilled to see so much marine life. We even spotted some patches of coral, and before we knew it, we were completely surrounded by curious little fish. I couldn't believe how close they got. They weren't shy at all. Then, out of nowhere, we saw this beautiful, brightly coloured fish, and just behind it, a huge one cruised past. It was like it was saying hello. It felt like we were in the middle of a real-life aquarium. We had so much fun exploring the underwater world, but eventually, it was time to move on to our next adventure. We returned our snorkeling gear, and after a short walk along the beach, we arrived at our next stop, the spot where reef sharks are most commonly seen. We carefully waded through the shallows, trying not to disturb anything. Sure enough, we started spotting them gliding through the water nearby. It was incredible to watch, even though I couldn't catch them on camera. They were a bit camera shy and kept their distance, but seeing them in real life was something special. But our host had saved the best for last. The final stop of the morning was to visit the turtles. We were given some seagrass, which they absolutely love, and to our amazement, they swam right up and took it straight from our hands. I was honestly in awe. Seeing these gentle giants up close, just calmly munching away, was one of the most unforgettable moments of our trip. But eventually, we had to say goodbye and leave the turtles in peace. We made our way back to the guest house, still buzzing from the experience, and started packing up for the next part of our journey.
We just got back from the snorkeling with the owner here from the apartments. He really showed us the best. We saw a green turtle, we saw reef sharks, and we saw a couple of fish. Even the fluffy one that blows up, I forgot the name.
Pufferfish.
The pufferfish, yeah. So it was really nice and very kind of him to take us with him. But now it's ready to go and to pack. One bag is ready, the other one are just about to get packed.
Almost there.
And then it's time to leave. So next stop is Negombo.
Yeah, we're on a bit of a time crunch to get to Negombo in time to give back our tuk-tuk, so sadly we gotta get going.
Okay.
Pack up the rest.
Let's pack the tuk-tuk. By the way, we have mosquitoes in our tuk-tuk.
How many?
I just saw 2.
Mosquitoes love our tuk-tuk. She knows we're going. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still okay.
It's still okay.
It's still in there, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank
and
you.
all the best.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Have a safe journey.
Thank you so
Enjoy the
much.
travels.
Thank you. It's 12:30 and I'm finally getting our first sip of coffee. And we came back to the same cafe, Hikka Cafe as yesterday because I don't think you can get better than this view, and they're so lovely here, so perfect. Alright, goodbye beach, time to go.
We have to bring our tuk-tuk back to Negombo and we have to be there before 5. We're a bit in a rush, so let's see if we make it in time.
Yeah, so Google Maps says it will take 4 hours to get there, and we have a little bit less than 4 hours to get there, so yeah, there won't be any breaks this time anyway, for sure.
Shit, you okay?
Ow. into this drive so far, do you think we're gonna make it?
Yeah, I'm not sure because there is a lot of police on this road. We already got stopped twice. They checked my driver's license. So yeah, it's gonna be very tight.
Yeah, that's definitely slowing us down more than we anticipated, and maybe there'll be more stops along the way. So we still have 88 kilometers to go. It's your last 20 kilometers driving a tuk-tuk. Are you gonna miss it?
I think I will miss it a little bit for sure. Yeah, it was something special to drive a tuk-tuk. I'm very happy that we had that experience, and we basically drove all along the coast and everywhere in Sri Lanka. I think in total, by the way, we did like 1700 kilometers, which is a lot. But I'm also happy to not drive anymore for a while. Oh, so it's finished now.
You see it?
Yeah, it's here.
Oh yeah, it's where we picked it up.
We got a small present from the TukTuk company. So nice. I think it's tea.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Now passenger princess like me.
Yeah, I'm on the bench again. That's all right.
Then we have all of our bags on our laps. Welcome to our last Sri Lankan room tour. And this apartment is actually the same one that we stayed for our first 2 nights here in Sri Lanka. So it seems kind of bittersweet to be staying here for our final night here in Sri Lanka as well. But it's a really good location, close to the airport. I think the apartment's actually called Apartment near Colombo Airport. And they're not wrong. So we're here for our final night, and I want to give you a room tour. But he gave us a room upgrade because we're returning customers. So this room is so nice. So yeah, let me show you around. There's a dressing area here with a mirror. We've got our own full-size fridge and hanging area here. A full sitting room, very comfy couches, 2 of them. A lovely little dining area over here. A big balcony, which I won't go out onto yet because it's quite windy out there and I'm afraid for the door. Over here, we have a kettle with some complimentary water, which is really nice because we have an early flight tomorrow, so that'll be needed for coffee. Over this way. In here is the bathroom. It's a pretty standard one, shower, toilet, sink. And it's funny, it's the same bathroom as our other room, but I remember the first night being here, I was like, oh no, it's a wet bath. Like, I don't know if I want to shower. I'm very used to it now. Last but not least, bed test. Ah, perfect.